Thanks for staying with us at STL Live. I'm Jade Harrell, and my guests today are Amy Gill and Fern Taylor, here to speak more about the exciting, newly renovated Hotel St. Louis. Hotel St. Louis features downtown's newest restaurant, Union 30, that has classic local comfort foods with a twist. And I'm so glad that you two are here to talk more about the hotel. Amy, you're co-founder, you've helped put this idea together. The doors are open. What did it take to get to this point for you, and what area do you cover?
Oh my gosh, so I work with our design team, our architectures and interiors to get it going, and then I work with operations to get like the restaurants going and everything. We're about to open our Sky Bar, and so that'll be in a week. So that'll be so exciting, right. And the ballroom and all the different things that we do within the hotel, but also. Everybody makes fun of me because I have a quirky sense of humor. So I'm always trying to think of cool things that make people stop and go. So for example, we have record players in all the rooms. And then my friend, Tom Ray from Vintage Vinyl, he got albums. So we have albums. We have, albums in every room. And we also have a collection downstairs. So if you don't like my albums, you can go downstairs and switch out for what you do like, right?
Like an album library.
Right.
That's a unique
exactly.
feature. So you've turned a luxury hotel into some with character, almost like boutique hotels.
Well, yeah, it is a boutique hotel for sure.
Okay.
It's only 140 rooms. But it's also about, just St. Louis. So, for example, another thing we did was, I hate when you go to a hotel, everybody hands you a water bottle. Every time you turn around, you get a water bottle. Right. And we all know that's bad for the environment, and we all have kids, and you don't want this to hurt your kids, right? Yeah. So we're giving everybody a metal water bottle that they can take home with them. Okay. And we have a little note that says St. Louis has the best tasting tap water in the United States.
It's true.
And so please feel free to fill this up at your sink and carry it with you everywhere. And that way, you're not ruining the environment. Yeah, so things like that.
Well, you bring a consciousness as well. And so for all the areas and things that you're talking about, it's kind of exciting. One, that I appreciate your love for our city and community and what it takes to actually be that. But what's more is to make it an experience as opposed to just an overnight stay.
Right, and it's super fun. And based on the last week or so of the Cubs player making fun of St. Louis, the door sign says, "I'm out watching real baseball." Right? You can make up my room.
Yeah, you've got a good sense of humor and a good sense of style and taste. So you brought in your friend Fern, who is an accomplished artist but very creative. Fern, she gave you a challenge with this one. Talk about how you came to the project.
Well, she first said she wanted each room, she wanted to have meeting rooms that represent people from St. Louis.
Nice.
And she gave me the list, she gave me a color scheme, and then I just took it from there.
Right. She knew to let you loose at that point.
Yeah, she said, they didn't bother me, which I was, the freedom you have is good, but it's hit or miss. So if I'm good, then they'll love it. If I'm bad, they're going to pretend like they love it.
Yeah.
So
no.
Let's share. We're sharing some of the images there, and I don't think miss was even an opportunity. What made you choose to express the people in the way that you did? They come to life in a very unique way.
I try to go through just their personality, what they meant to people in their lives, and I try to get an image that represent them. Like, she was an actress and way ahead of her time. So I just try to show what they were like during their period.
Yeah. Amy, what made you decide to name the meeting rooms after St. Louisans?
Well, I felt like that, this hotel is based on St. Louis. It's called Hotel St. Louis for a reason, right? Mm-hmm. And these are all people who not only were they from St. Louis, but they loved St. Louis and they expressed St. Louis, whether it was in their singing or in their poetry or in the way, Vincent Price was a famous actor, but he also came home to St. Louis, and he loved St. Louis. And I felt like those were the kind of people that we wanted to pay homage to. Yeah. And to celebrate the fact that these wonderful people came from St. Louis and were part of the fabric of our community.
Absolutely. You let the legacy now give us new life. So what's your love for St. Louis? Are you a native?
I actually went to high school here, so I have a high school
What
thing.
high school did
Parkway
you go
South.
Okay.
Parkway.
Sure.
And it was funny, though, because we moved here from Little Rock, Arkansas, and my parents were told, "Oh, you can't live in this city." right? And we were city dwellers there. We lived in the county for exactly 4 years. The day I graduated from high school, they moved to the corner of Compton and Russell. And I have just loved this city
ever since.
I love this city.
Yeah.
I've lived here ever since. I've, raised my kids here.
That's right.
And I just feel like we wanted to do something for this city that would make the city proud.
Absolutely. Well, you most certainly have. And you're open for business now. You can learn more by visiting hotelstlouis.com.
Yes.
And most certainly now that they're open, you want to give them a call and book a room and have a great grand experience. Take in some of Fern's art and enjoy Lamont's design and appreciate Amrit's vision, actually. Thank you both for that care and time you put in to give back to us. And we look forward to enjoying it.
Come down and eat.
Yeah, well, you don't have to ask me twice. Thank you, Amy and Fern, for joining us today. We have another exciting guest coming up, so stay with us. There's more STL Live right after this.